Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a cloudy 56-degree Sunday, the 17th of November. It is. It's pretty much rained all day, just like it's supposed to, but if you look, you can see where it's trying to sneak out a little blue, and it hasn't rained in probably an hour or so. Things are starting to tack up. Sparky, you need to come out here and clean up your mess. He goes, nope, I'm the gatherer, not the cleaner. The little woman and I are going to drive up north to get some stuff and just goof off a little bit, just get out of the house. She's been cooped up for the last day and a half. Well, 2 now, because we're halfway through Sunday.
Yep.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's drive north.
Let's go north.
All right.
All right.
Woman, there may even be a small chance we might get just a quick one, but a quick glimpse of the sunshine. There it is, Mama. I see blue. I can see the sun going through the hole way back over there. That doesn't do us any good over here, though. But I like the blue skies. That's not full sunshine, but it's trying. That's very nice. 4:37 is sunset tonight. Kelly ran into Sally's beauty supply. She goes, you coming in? I go, no. I'll go ahead and let you go in on that. Then we're going to go over to Wally World over there. Grab a couple things. You guys remember Radio Shack? Who didn't grow up with Radio Shack? Who has alarms on the cars? But that Sprint store is where that Radio Shack. I took you guys there a couple of times on the iron. Remember the day I went there and I got all kinds of they were closing. Got really cool soldering irons, like high-end soldering irons. And one of them I can't find. Thought my kid took it, and he says, nope, wasn't me, Pops. But it's gone. But anyway, we're at Wally World. We're gonna run on in there. Now look at the skies that are coming now that we're literally minutes from sunset. Isn't that crazy? That don't look very healthy. I just talked. They already have. They'll go out. Yeah.
Never mind.
She's worried about the lights not going off in the car. Check this out. Christmas is on its way, and it's coming quick. Look at all the Christmas trees they have here in Walmart's. That is nuts. So the little woman kicked me out. My birthday's on Tuesday, and she got me something. Who knows about that crazy little woman? She goes, get out, I got it. I always got bird seed and dog food and everything else in there. So all that Christmas stuff in there and the Christmas music playing, that just put me in the best mood. I'm thinking, man, I go, wait a minute. Thanksgiving is just like around the corner here. It's time for the Christmas stuff, I reckon. 'Tis the season. God, you guys believe it's not going to be no time at all, and it's going to be Christmas? Crazy. It's still fairly early.
Yeah. Feels like about 8 o'clock, but...
Yeah. Can't believe it's still 55 degrees out here. It was so, the backside of Walmart's,
Oh, Lord.
man, it was almost panic-like. It was so hot.
Shredding clothes.
Yeah. Stripped down to our t-shirts. It was so hot.
I know it. I don't like a cold store, but I don't want one hot either.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
It had to be 90-something back there.
Yeah.
Woo, that was bad.
Some of these heaters on over there.
Yeah. Well, you want to head south?
Head south.
We did our north thing. Now we got to do our south thing.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Or hey there, hogs and stuff, Spyders, Suzukis, Beamers. So when I was riding this thing, every time I would stop at a stoplight and take off, I would smell coolant. And the fan seems to run a little more frequent on this one than it did the the 19 model. But I don't see any sign of coolant leaking anywhere. And looking at the temperatures, I mean, the fan's coming on when it should and going off when it should. But, oh man, I can't get around there. Here, let me get over to the other side. I'll be right back. That's a tight fit for an old dude like me. There's no sign of anything leaking. When I was at the grist mill, I looked at the coolant bottle. Yeah, it's exactly where it was. It's a little bit lower than between high and minimum. But I don't have any of those telltale signs of coolant. I just wonder why I kept smelling coolant. Look at that form of how the rain was running. Oh, that's on the underside of it. That's pretty cool, how the rain was flowing underneath there. It flat poured a few times there yesterday. That was pretty nuts. But yeah, there's no signs of it. And I don't smell it now. It was only, you know, when I was sitting at a light and the fan was running, and then I take off. Oh, I had some guy say that my video on this thing was clickbait, that this was not a 2020. He goes, dishonest or something like that. Do you guys know how to read a VIN number? Do you know you go 10 forward and it's the year, or you go 8 back and it's the year? Okay, going 8 back is right there. What letter is that? That's L. And the last 7 is Z. All BMW, well, all German-built BMWs start with a Z on the last 7. L. What year is L in a motorcycle? That would be a 2020. So I wrote back saying, yeah, she's 110% a 2020 model. And no, I don't see any difference either, but it is a 2020. Yeah, I don't see anything. Nothing's... The water pump is is within the clutch cover. Oh, here's the VIN sticker on it. I can get it in there. See the production date? It says 08 of 19. BMW, in August of every year, start building their next year models. So as of August this year, they were long since quit making 2019s. And there you can see the L. If you go 8 back or 10 forward, you'll see the L. Write down the last 7 of that and call a BMW dealer and say, can you tell me what year my bike is? And they're going to see that it's a demo at BMW Motorcycles of Vancouver, USA, but they'll tell you what year it is. What a meathead. What's weird is I was following this old Subaru for a while, and I thought, well, surely it's coming from the Subaru. Then the guy turned off once I got farther out, you know, in the middle of nowhere, and I kept smelling it. And then when I left the grist mill, and I was going up the hill, you guys will notice when the video stops just as I'm just getting to the end of the covered bridge. It's because I had so much video, I had to cut stuff. So I cut out all mentioning of the coolant smell I was getting out of it. So you'll see it right before it cuts. I bend down because I get to the other side of the bridge. I go, there it is. I smell the coolant smell again. And I'll bring the tester home and do a pressure test on it. I guess I could get in there and make sure everything's tight, because the reservoir, but still, you would see it. You know how coolant is when it leaks. It looks like a dried up battery acid. It's there's no leaks anywhere. And I had stopped, and the old one used to drain out in the open, and now it's got a hose. Well, I mean, drain down the side of the clutch cover. There used to be, in the early water boxers, there was just a hole on the side right here. Because remember, the water pump is inside here. This is, you know, hollow, and the clutch is in there. And the weep hole came out of a casting hole that was in the side of the engine. And then later, they put a nipple there, but no hose. Then they put a hose on it, and it ran down. I haven't even paid attention where it is. Oh, it's kind of in the same place. This is the, yeah, it's slightly different. That's it right there. Right there with my fingers, right above the oil filter. That right there is an O2 sensor. And then it runs, I keep thinking I smell it. And then it runs down that hose right there with the zip ties. And then it drips out into the atmosphere back here. And it just drips to the ground. I keep thinking I get a whiff of it. You know, as you get it in your head and you think you're going to smell it. But, yeah, no signs anywhere. And it's like the twin-cooled Harleys. It's only cooling the head area. The fins and stuff on these things actually function. It is a water and air-cooled motorcycle. Just the heads are water-cooled. That's it. I don't know. Kind of freaky. There's pretty much no question I was smelling coolant. But, man, I couldn't see anything. The first time I looked when I was there, and it was nice and bright outside at the moment. So, no, maybe I'll do a pressure test on it and see what's going on. The temperatures were all running great. You know, you just double-click down. You know, you go click, click. Was it down and down? Yeah, 2 clicks down. And you can see your temperature reading out on the TFT. And nothing was doing anything wrong. But I was clearly smelling coolant. Kind of freaky. All right, so I pulled the inspection cover off. And you can see the... Oh, I really smell coolant now. Oh, I definitely smell coolant. But there's the lid for the reservoir bottle. And there's the radiator cap. She's tight. And still, I see no sign of coolant leaking anywhere. Oh, I definitely smell it, though. I may have to pull some body panels off or something. But I definitely smell coolant with that door open. Let me look around here a little bit. Well, hello there, YouTube. How the heck are y'all doing tonight? I looked, and Kelly's even helping me look. We're poking and prodding. She doesn't smell coolant. Didn't smell it at all, so I don't know. It could just be absolutely in my head. I swear I smelt it, especially when the fan was running. I took off, you know, and then you get the natural air coming through the radiators because the fan's only on one side. So I looked, concentrated on the left side to see if that's because the fan was blowing on the right. Then the left side with no fan, nothing. I mean, it's unmistakable when you have a coolant leak.
You can't miss coolant.
Everything's tight. Look very closely where the hoses are fitting onto, you know, all the attachments. You know, sometimes you can have a hose that'll weep. And again, it leaves a telltale, that white acidy, like, you know, nasty old battery acid's what it looks like. Leaves stains everywhere. So I had her just walk over there. I said, you know what coolant smells like? She goes, yep. I go, stick your nose down that hole over there.
Go smell. Go smell.
And she goes, no, I don't smell coolant at all. So maybe it's all in my feeble little mind or something.
You never know. But
I think I will bring a pressure tester and just load it up and let it sit there for a while and see what it does.
Just for peace of mind.
Yeah. The coolant hasn't changed at all, the level. I'm sure once I drove it home the first time, because I did check it before. I was in such a rush to get it out the day that I took it home. I didn't do my final PDI stuff. I looked at the oil. Oil's good. Good. Let's go.
He was so excited.
Yeah. Technicians take the least care of their own stuff, kind of a thing.
That is the truth.
I knew there's something right. That's why I had to take it back to recalibrate the suspension, because I just left.
Yep. She wasn't ready, but he was going.
She wasn't ready. All the little things that you normally check, I just left. Well, I did have the left running light, they had zip tied around the coupler, and that thing's buried where it's at. I had to take the whole all the paneling off the left side. And they had put a zip tie around the release button on the coupler. And it looked like it was closed, but ultimately it wasn't. You could, once I cut the zip tie, squeeze the coupler and I heard it go click. And I go, son of a gun.
Oops.
Yeah. So, and everything came on, and that's CAN bus monitored, by the way. I had to clear the codes.
Uh-oh.
And it told me what side. It said it was the left side.
Well, that's a smart
So it was
little
a
machine.
open or short circuit over there. And it shut them both. At first, the one would come on, then they'd both shut down. And wasn't giving me a warning. Obviously, it's a light. You see a light's out. So it didn't flash a light warning or a fault warning on the bike. But, yeah, it just wasn't working. When I hooked it up to BMW diagnostic to, reset everything, I'm going, why has it got a code here? And I didn't realize the light wasn't on. I never turned the switch on yet. When I turned it on, only the right side was coming on.
Well,
I think when I turned it on, then I got a fault code on the TFT, but whatever, them silly things. Yeah. But all the rambling, the point was I just tried to leave without doing anything. I just wanted to ride it home.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to rain the next day or something. But.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's pretty relaxing. Just going up and just moseying around the store. No rush.
Yeah, that was nice.
No agenda. There's a couple of things we needed to get. I ran out of the canned air, that for electronics and stuff like that. I use that a lot.
Yeah.
I ran out of that. Now they got that caged up because I guess people are stealing it. I guess there's chemicals in there you can, I don't know, whatever they call that thing.
Don't know,
breathe the
now
vapors
it's under
off of.
lock and key.
Yeah, they
So
got cages in there. So
that's why we couldn't find it.
Yeah, we're going everywhere. Anyway, I think we're gonna roll it on that.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have a wonderful Monday or Tuesday.
Heck yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging around with us, goofing off today.
Yep.
Just one of our chill days.
It's a chill.
Yeah. You still, look, that guy's asleep.
He is. He fell asleep.
Anyway, thank you guys very much.
You guys take care.
We'll see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Bye-bye now.